Assam bodies floating in flooded waters, no electricity, no drinking water. The Assam floods are the worst in a century. 4 kids among 12 killed in the last 24 hours, over 54 lakh people displaced, massive devastation. 12 people, including 4 children, were killed in the Assam floods in the last 24 hours as the situation continues to remain grim. More than 54 lakh people have been affected. There is immense criticism of the government that in these tragic times, politicians are busy with their devious games and did not even comment on the Assam floods. Dead bodies are floating in the flooded waters, there is no electricity, severe shortage of drinking water, emergency services are severely disrupted, poor network, but unfortunately, the media, Prime Minister, the Home Minister of India and the Chief Minister of Assam are busy with Maharasthra politics. In fact, New York Times and other foreign news outlets are covering the Assam floods more than the Indian media, making it to the front page. In fact, the Indian media television channels are mainly covering the Maharashtra politics non-stop. Gaurav Gogoi, MP of Congress, shared, mainstream channels who are covering political news in Guwahati, please cover the desperation of people in Silchar and Karimganj. They don't have water, people are dying and shamshans are overflowing with water. I am getting many calls and trying to help as many. #BJPIS busy. Violet Barwaip's officer shared, with deep sorrow, I am offering my tribute to the brave hearts SI Samujjal Kakati and Sikh Rajiv Bordoloi of Assam Police who made their highest sacrifice while rescuing #Assam floods victims. My deepest condolences to the bereaved families. May the brave souls rest in peace. Om Shanti. Here are some terrifying videos of the worst flood of the century. Samer Akhtar shares a heartwarming video. Watching this video during the flood in Silchar, it seemed like Vasudev crossing the river Jamuna with his newborn baby Lord Krishna in his head. May every child be safe. #Assam floods. #Assam floods 2022. More than 54 lakh people have been affected by the floods and landslides rose to 100. While 4 deaths were reported in Hoji district, 2 people lost their lives in Kamrup, and 3 each were killed in Barpeta and Nalbari. Over 54.7 lakh people have been affected in 4,941 villages across 32 districts. A total of 845 relief camps and 1025 relief distribution centers have been set up by the district administrations in the affected districts where over 2.71 lakh people are taking shelter. Fire and emergency services personnel swung into action as the flood situation worsened in the Chirang district on Wednesday. The Army, the National Disaster Response Force NDRF, State Disaster Response Force SDRF and the Fire and Emergency Services of the Assam Police have been engaged in the relief and rescue operations. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma travelled to Nagaon by train to review the situation. He visited the different flood-hit areas in a boat and interacted with the people who have taken shelter at the relief camps in Kanpur College and Raha Higher Secondary School. He also interacted with flood-affected people taking shelter at the Shapamukh railway station. Sarma met the flood-affected families at makeshift relief camps along the national highway in Nelli in Morigao district and assured them of all possible help. The Chief Minister is likely to visit Silchar in Kachar on Thursday to take stock of the situation. Union Shipping Minister Sarbanand Sonowal visited a relief camp at Fulaguri Higher Secondary School in Kapili Block in Nagaon district, and interacted with the affected people. Visited a flood relief camp to inquire about relief support and interacted with people at Fulgudi HS School in Nagaon today.
There are at least 26 of the total 233 camps bombarded by the floodwater in Kaziranga National Park, with 11 animals dying due to drowning. However, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma and others seem more concerned with horse trading and Maharashtra politics. Richard Chadha wrote, "News is a public utility. When the mainstream media doesn't report on issues that concern the public, it is our loss. Look at the news from Assam today. We know more trading of MLR has than floods in Assam. This should worry us all. It is worrisome that most Indians are not even aware of the devastation in Assam because news and politicians are busy with horse trading and barely any politicians even extended help or concern to Assam. The 2020 Assam floods were also disastrous, where the Brahmaputra river swelled, and the flood coincided with the COVID-19 pandemic. Initial flooding started in May 2020 due to heavy rainfall affecting 30,000 and destroying crops across 5 districts. As of October 2020, the floods affected over 5 million people, claiming the lives of 123 people, with an additional 26 deaths due to landslide.
5,474
villages were affected, and over 150,000 people found refuge in relief camps.
বেগটা বাঁধলে যদি যায় না নি তার দুধ ভালো করবো লাগলো